Welcome to News from Quiet Places, where we bring you stories from corners of the world you might not hear about in Europe. I'm Mikhailo. Today we got 3 important updates from Africa, Asia and Pacifics. Let's dive in. Story 1. 80 plus countries call for fossil fuel phase-out roadmap at COP30. At the COP30 climate summit in Belém, more than 80 countries, including many from Africa, Asia and Pacific island nations, jointly demanded a clear roadmap to phase out fossil fuels. The call is significant because it pushes for a just energy transition that recognizes the dependency many developing countries have on fossil fuels, while demanding measurable and time-bound commitments. Why it matters? For many Global South countries, the shift away from fossil fuels isn't just about cutting emissions, it's also about securing the financial and technical support to transform their economies. Story 2. Youth and indigenous activists rally for climate justice at COP30. During the COP30 negotiations, youth activists and indigenous representatives are leading passionate interventions, warning that our future is being burned down by continued fossil fuel dependence. These groups are also raising concerns about the rising security presence at COP30, calling out limitations on protest and civic space. Why it matters? The voices of the younger generations and indigenous people are increasingly central in climate diplomacy, where moral framing and pressure could shift how countries commit to climate finance and transition strategies. Story 3. UNO-AU Dialogue on Climate, Peace and Security. On 18 November, a side event at COP30 led by United Nations Office to the African Union, UNO-AU, and the African Union is set to discuss how climate policy and finance can support peace and security in Africa. The dialogue aims to catalyze readiness by exploring how to scale financing and programs that link climate resilience with conflict prevention and peace building. Why it matters? As climate shocks increase, they don't just pose environmental risks, they also fuel instability. Building climate-resilient peace infrastructure is essential for many African countries. That concludes today's edition of News from Quiet Places. Thanks for listening. If you found value in this story, subscribe, share and send suggestions for the regions you'd like us to cover next. I'm Mikhailo. See you next time.